Um, yeah, okay. Kia ora, everybody. My name's Corey Paul. I'm the development manager for Rugby League Northland. We've got a bit of an interview here for you today. And the aim of this video is just to show you guys our people who are running Rugby League in our zone. So we're pretty fortunate enough to have Nev with us. And what I'll do is I'll hand it over to Nev, and he can introduce himself, and we'll go from there. Kia ora, Nev.
Oh, kia ora, bro. Yep, so as Corey said, my name's Neville Rogers. I'm the current Northern Swords Premiers coach. Moved up from Auckland a few years ago back home, so originally from Hokianga, but just been looking for a way to come back home. Didn't really come back up to coach footy at all, sort of did a little bit down in Auckland, but then thought I could help out a little bit, jumped on board, and I suppose I am where I am today. I'm fortunate to sort of be part of, I suppose, the rejuvenation of football back up, of league back up in Northland. It's a little bit overdue, but yeah, we're doing some good things with some good people, so that's the best thing about it all.
Me. And so did you do a bit of coaching when you were in Auckland, or just...
Yeah, I helped out with, I was fortunate enough to sort of jump on board with counties. So I jumped on board with counties and did a little bit of time under Sensei Keith Henley down there. So yeah, he's pretty good, the cuz from Broadwood. And then took over the 17s and was fortunate enough to sort of win a national championship with him. And then jumped on board with Master Rod Ratu with the Prems, and sort of we had a little bit of success there and ended up taking out the Premier comp one year for the national comp.
Oh, mean, bro.
So yeah, been really, really blessed, I suppose, and lucky to work under some good coaches, yeah, down in Auckland.
No, nice, man. Nice, yeah. No, that's cool, bro. That's cool. And what do you do? So what do you do in your spare time? What are you into? What are you?
Indoor bowls. Play a little bit of golf. A little bit of golf.
A little bit of golf. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, with Sir Corey Paul and Full Tiger Marsh. Yeah, got back into that.
I hear you're pretty handy, bro. I hear you're pretty handy.
Oh, bro. Actually, the challenge goes out to Harley Rohi, bro, from Taniwharo. He's the man down there, so we'll have to jack up Tainui versus Ngāpuhi intercontinental.
Oh, nice. No, that's cool. No, that's awesome. Yeah, you must be looking forward to getting out there, eh? I hear you got a 9-hole course in your backyard. You've been practicing with.
Well, we're all not as fortunate as Corey to own a farm and have our own manicured greens. But I do have a couple of par-twos in the backyard. Yes. So yeah, I've got a bit of an Amen Corner Augusta type setup going on.
Nice.
There is around the world, and you got to do something during lockdown, don't you, to keep it sort of, yeah. Otherwise, you get crazy.
Yeah. Exactly right, bro. Exactly right. Nice to hear, bro. Nice to hear you're getting the practice in. That's good. So, look, on a more serious note, what advice would you give our younger boys and girls coming through who are looking to play for Swords, either in the younger grades or even in the senior, the younger guys coming through to senior Swords footy? What advice would you give those boys?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about when I moved back home was I saw, so we're like everywhere else in the country. We have untapped potential everywhere. We've got some really good guys that have sort of gone on to some bigger things in first grade and stuff. So probably the first thing is don't be afraid to compete and don't be afraid to actually excel. I think that's one of the things that we sort of get to a point, and then it's a little bit about, from a ref's perspective anyway, like reps is about trying to put your best foot forward, and if you have some aspirations of going on to higher honours, then you have to always show up. So attitude's a big thing.
Right.
I think we have some good culture in terms of club culture, but then sometimes from the seniors' perspective anyway, what we've got to do is we've got to give back to the juniors. So I think as coaches from a senior level, we try and encourage our juniors to come to our trainings. I think last year we did a few opposed sessions with our under-17s for the first time in forever, from what I understand. So
Nice.
When they first came up, they were a bit timid. But the second and third round, mate, they were trying to give it to the seniors. So I had to tell the boys to dial it back on our end because everyone gets a little bit competitive, and that's good.
Yeah.
So we're creating a competitive culture that's safe for our young guys in order to sort of step up and think they're good enough, and they know that they are, and not worry about past results. Like that's the other thing too. The great thing about the lockdown is, I think it's come up on the NZRL website too about resilience. So footy's the same. You're going to have ups and downs. You'll have a good day and a bad day on the field. No one intentionally goes to make a mistake, but I think some of our young kids, without some good tools behind them, fail to build a bridge and get over stuff real quickly. No one drops the ball on purpose. No one gives a bad pass on purpose. It happens. You just get on with it. Hopefully you got some good mates behind you to sort of pick you up and move on. So those are the types of things, bro, I think that we've seen in terms of what we're trying to do up here. And like I said before, I think it's up to the seniors for us to give back. Give back a lot. There's a couple of clubs where senior players go down to junior games. They go to junior prize giving.
Nice.
They're mentors and role models. I'd say probably all the clubs do that more now. And I think the other thing as well is, we've had a little bit of success in our division over the past couple of years and beat some pretty prominent teams that we've never really had some success against. I think in 2018 when we were fortunate enough to play Pōneke up here in Wellington, and it was the first time we'd beat them in 25 years. Someone said on the sideline. Oh. So pretty historical type things that I sort of thought, well, we won and went on to the next phase, but old guys are on the sideline just almost in tears. So it means a lot. It means a lot to a lot of people, and young people on the sideline. I think that gives them some aspirations to want to play up. So everyone wants to be part of a good culture and a winning team. So I think it's our responsibility to foster that too with our young fellas.
Bro. No, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, totally agree. You brought up some really good points around resilience. Yeah, you're right. There is some stuff going on at the moment that are coming out there, and we think it's a pretty good time to kind of let people know. We understand we're 2 weeks into lockdown. I'm sure households are starting to look a bit scary 2 weeks in. So if we can teach on not just our kids but our parents to teach the kids resilience and show them what it looks like and all that kind of jazz, we think they'll be better off. And it not only for the family bubble, but in the sporting, hopefully that'll translate into the sporting bubble where they turn up to teams and trainings and the challenges that they face on the field. So yeah, no, some good points, bro. Some awesome points. Look, I think you kind of answered my next question that I was going to ask you as well. So probably the last question we'll ask is, look, if you to keep it a little bit lighthearted, if you were stranded on an island with 3 people, who would they be, and why would you choose them?
That's just a bit of a tough one, eh? I'll probably take along, I don't know, best mates, but I'll name some roles because I don't want to leave anyone out or offend anyone. So I might say the wrong person and get in trouble. So I'd take along a cook because I'm a good cook, but it's always good to have a good cook on a deserted island with you. Someone maybe like Gordon Ramsay or something like that. I hear you're a good cook anyway, Causa. Secondly, I'd probably take a physio with me because you can never get too much rehab. I suppose just like lockdown. And then thirdly, I'd take my swing coach Phil Marsh with me because we'd probably be playing golf on the island too. And he's got a swing that I really want to emulate when I get older.
Oh, yeah. Hilarious! Oh no, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome, man. Hey, look, I'd just like to thank you for joining the meeting and just giving us a bit of an insight into your perspective into rugby league and your role up here and you know what that means, and I'm sure it's really appreciative, especially for our people, to see the guys who are actually running rugby league. You know, there's a lot of people up here that know the name Neville Rogers and many other coaches that are coaching our kids, and you know, it's good to kind of get those, you know, give them a little bit more of a personal touch and give them an insight into who the people are. So yeah, look, from me, thanks Nev, thanks for coming out, and yeah, we look forward to getting back on the golf course as soon as we can.
No worries, my Ray. Anytime.
Awesome. Cheers, brother. We'll catch up soon.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, bro.